Alright everyone, I'm going to show you how you can use PS3 with Discord on Linux. So if you saw my earlier videos, turn it down a bit. I'm going to show you how I did that before, because I did that on Windows. Now we're doing this on Linux. So this is going to be a longer video because it's a longer process. Now, this YouTuber at the top says, how can we do this on Android? Now, Android is also a Linux environment, so it doesn't matter. Like, if you have a terminal on yours, or if it's rooted, you can possibly do this too, because as long as you have Python 3 installed and all this necessary bullcrap. Now, I'm running Kingdom Hearts 2 in the background to show you how this is going to work in the process. So, now since we know how to do this, let's go check this out and see what we can do here. So I have Discord open, okay? I'm using our test PSN type logo here. Now, if I just go to, like something like, basically we're gonna come back to the client ID because we know what this does now. We did this on Windows on my previous video. Now, I'm going to pull up the terminal and I'm going to show you how we did this. So I pull up my terminal, I just didn't feel like fading it, but so here, I want to put everything you're going to need in the description, okay? Now I'm going to go to my text editor, which I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's see if I can find the text document. Alright, so what we're going to start with here is the simplest. So now we're going to sudo apt install python 3, and once you have that installed, type up your root password, or whatever you call it. I already have it installed here, you see. Now if I go to Python again, but instead I go to Python, because this is important, you want to check the version of Python. I am currently on 3.12.3, and that's from 2024 of October. Now, we got the Python installed here, okay? Also, if you need to slow down the video or pause it, please do make sure to do that while we're doing this. Now, it might be different for Android, it's a Linux environment. I'm not sure what type of Linux, because I'm running on a Debian-based. I'm not sure if Linux on Android is Debian-based, but because each process is going to be different for each distro, and especially for Python. Or Python, not scripts, but basically how you set things up for Python, not the Python script itself. Now, when we hit paste, and we add this, what this is going to do is create a virtual environment for Python, and basically like a VM, but within your terminal. That's all it's ever going to do. What we just did there was we allowed it to look to that directory and access it. Now, once we use this command, it will activate the VM. So when we paste it, because you see we got source, mice.project.environment bin, and activate. You can change this name at any time. I'm not sure how to change it, but there is a way to change it. Because literally, it's stored on a folder. It's stored in a folder with a bunch of components and modules, which we'll come back to the modules in a minute. So when we hit enter, we now have a virtual environment within our system. Now, here comes the important part. So when you do pip install, you're gonna have to install let's see here, like the network scan. You're gonna need that for that. You're going to need basically after that you're gonna need BS4, which I'll have this all stored on a document. So if you miss something, you don't know what to do, just follow these steps through what I'm doing. And then pypresence, which you want to install. And then you want to install the last one, which is requests. All this here is all you're ever gonna need. And you just reminded me, I gotta make sure I put this in the document. Okay, so you need to put just trying to process some of this. It's a lot of work here. Okay. I should have written this down before, like, I did everything here. Okay, and then... because there's only going to need 4 modules you need for this. Okay, so we got these modules installed, alright? So now we're going to enable the Python script, but we're going to, if you're going to do the client ID, I would wait for that, okay? If you're interested of changing, like, your looks on it, whatever, like your looks such as, you know what we did on the Windows video, so it's not any different to this process except the Python setup. Okay, so I'm going to grab my script here, and I'm going to pull it over here so you get a good look. And I'm going to scroll in a little bit. Also, I'm now aware that this is a local IP, not a full IP, but I'm not gonna, like, I could show it maybe, but I'm not going to, like, fully show it, but, so yeah, we got our Python here. So this is the one I'm currently using, because this is the client ID of the first. So if we go to our test script, and then just grab that, because this is our Discord side of the script. So once we do that, we're going to erase that, but basically if it was like, I guess it would just, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, or like the digits on the number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, as it comes pre-installed, and then it's going to say, like, it would be your default. So once we erase that and add a new one in, it will register it into the environment of Python. So once you do that, you want to hit Control-S to save, or just hit save above it. Say, we just saved it here. I think I saved it twice. So now if we go to our Python, right? If we go to, I want to move that over because I gotta read some of this. So if we grab our Python script name and our directory, okay? This is the thing you need to be careful of, because, like, if you don't put the directory in, you just do that, it's gonna say no such file or directory. It's because we don't have it all set up right. So if we just go to our directory here, at whatever you stored it on, you're gonna hit down. You're gonna hit that, and then you're gonna hit Shift, Control, and V to paste. I forgot to mention that. Now, once we run it, it's gonna connect to our Discord. It's gonna set it all up. And then it's going to connect to our local IP to broadcast our game to our Discord status. Now, since we did that, now we got all that set up, we are going to literally, we got it set up. So we're going to take a look to what we just did and what changes we made. Okay, so basically we can't see our changes until we go to our XMB and, stay on the XMB. If we're not on a game. Now, I will share this client ID with you guys because I don't mind sharing it. It'll give you like a good look to what the default would be. So I'm going to pull up my Discord and show you like how it's working like this. See, we got the test script. We got the script name called test on our Kingdom Hearts game. And this is what it's running. So we've got all this here. Sorry, this is my music, but this is the music I'm listening to. But yeah, so we have our name at test at Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, which is what we're playing. So since we got this running, it has to also, you gotta have your computer running at all times to run this. Because if you don't have this running at all times, and also, if you want to exit, you hit exit. Oh, it's not even going to do it because we're in Python's mode, but basically, once you close it, like if you just hit the X button, hit close, which I'm not going to do, it will erase to what we just did. And then each process you've got to do the same thing we just did. We have to access all this and build it. Now you could make a source code and like make it so it executes all in one go, but it's not easy. Basically, if you just make a whole command set to what you just did, it'll probably set it up. I'll research on that. If I can get that working, it's possible it might work. So, yeah. Literally. Alright, so that was the Python way to get this to work. Now, this is applied to Linux and distros. How I did it was Linux-based. Now, games do not slow down on there because you're already connected to the internet through PSN, or depends on if you're using PSN to play the game, of course. But mostly it all relies on the webman interface. So you got to make sure you have that installed too. If this helped for any causes, make sure to like and subscribe to this video because it will be a pleasure for you to help. Because your dedication to helping by liking and subscribing will help me to figure out more research, and it helps me to show my gratitude to how I helped you guys. Now, as I want to make a disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only and cannot conclude piracy or anything, okay? So, make sure to share this with a friend if they play PS3 and if they want to know how to do this. I take my time of every day to set this up. Now, Linux will work perfectly. I'm not sure about Android, like I kept saying. Android, you might have to grab your phone if it's rooted. My phone is not rooted, but if it's rooted, you possibly could do this through their terminal and what kind of architecture and based operating system or OS Android uses. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it uses like some kind of. Let me look that up. I'm actually gonna look that up for you guys real quick. Oh, so that's what it is. It's a modified Linux kernel. It is built upon the Linux kernel. It is not a standard Debian, or it's not a standard Linux distribution like Ubuntu or Debian. Android incorporates its own custom libraries, APIs, and other software components designed specifically for mobile devices. So basically, it's its own architecture. It's its own thing it runs. So, now here's the real question: Can you run Python 3 on Android? It is possible. It doesn't use Python by default. So my expectations, maybe it'll work, but I'm totally not sure. I mean, I don't know if you could. It's going to use a Termex, whatever the heck that is. Does Android use a terminal? So it does have a built-in terminal application, but this is the stuff I've been researching. Okay, let me see here. Use on retail mode. Okay, so it's restricted. Access to emulator. So, if that comment above asks how it would work, it's possibly that person that asked if you could run on Android. You may have to emulate it. I think you need something called a Termex. It's a terminal emulator, and it uses like a shell that can execute Linux commands. Let's see, root mode. So it looks like you might have to root it. But that's the only thing I can think of. So it looks like you might have to root it. I'm pretty sure. But if I answered your question above, make sure to ask me if there's other options you can do. You possibly can do other options. If you have a Linux computer or your Windows, Mac OS, or whatever, everything is implied. I'm not sure if I can show you how to do on Mac because, of course, I don't have a Mac. But I hope this video helped everyone today. Make sure to like and subscribe for the next time I come up with some ideas. If you have any questions, please comment below. My name's Liam Harding. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.